Hi, I am Osman, master level um, uh, telepathic energy healer, um, specializing in critical care recovery, terminal illnesses, and also many other physiological, psychological, and spiritual problems. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher. Be sure to visit my website yogawellness786.com for more information on my services. Also understand that my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. What are some of the ways that one can overcome the huge problem of stress, anxiety, depression? So one has to understand that whatever you focus on, that is what will determine your state of mind. So the major problem is people are focusing on the past and the future, right? Many things that happened and affected you emotionally in the past, you keep running it as tapes, through your mind. This happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, this trauma, that trauma. And also, this may happen tomorrow, that may happen. I'm so anxious, I need this, I need that. What if I don't get this? What if I don't pass? What if I don't get the job? What if I get fired? What if, I don't get the deal? What if, things don't, what if I can't solve the problem? What if, this, and what if that, and what if that? So many millions of problems. It keeps, rotating. So this is what the mind is focusing on. So of course, theoretically, we say, okay, stop thinking about the past, stop thinking about the future. It's impossible. Can you tell the mind to stop thinking? No, it's not possible. The mind will not stop thinking. You can tell it, you can try, right? So imagine those who understand, right, who have cats, try to tell your cat to sit, stay, please come, please go. It's not going to listen to you. The cat does its own thing, right? It may come to you for love. You can bribe it, by giving it its treats and so forth. But it's basically doing its own thing. You cannot control a cat. You cannot even, it doesn't even respond to a name. You can keep a name and call that name. You can say Slipper and call Slipper. You say Tom, call Tom. Tom is not going to suddenly say Tom and here it comes running to you. No, it's not going to do that. Similarly, the mind, you cannot tell the mind, stop stressing, stop thinking of the future, stop thinking. Not possible. The mind needs to be engaged all the time. So, but what you can do is you can engage or redirect the focus to something else. So this is something that you need to learn to practice, to refocus the attention of the mind to something, and best to focus it in something in the present, right? So to live on purpose, to live on point and on task, because the mind, every time you have to do it, becomes bored. The mind becomes bored. This is too monotonous. It starts slipping away. So you have to learn to practice to keep bringing it to the activity that you are currently involved in, right? This is mindfulness. So whatever task you are doing, just keep practicing on bringing it there, and put your heart and soul into that, and try to do it, whatever you're doing, the task, the best that you possibly can, and take pride in everything that you're doing. Like if you are working, let's say, in a factory, and you're doing the same task over, try to do that same task over and over to the best of your ability, and taking each moment, putting everything in it. Alternatively, let's say you're moving around, and the common thing is to focus on something which is in the present. Like bring your mind back to your breath, or bring your mind to feeling your heartbeat, or bring your mind to what is something in your environment, right? Something or other in the present. There's so many things in the present. There is birds chirping outside. There is things around you in the room. There is how you are sitting. There's your breathing. There is your posture. There is the task that you are at hand, or you are relaxing. Try to relax, and feel, focus on peace, and you can use aids. So this is where you can bring in ambient music, right? Or soothing music, or some people in their homes, they bring a little fountain, water fountain, or like a little waterfall, hearing the trickling of water. It's such a beautiful, amazing, soothing sound that you can have in your office, or you can have in your home, and you keep listening to that. Or you can have an aquarium with amazing colorful fish. You can just look at that and look at how amazing they look. Or you can have some amazing artifacts and furniture that you can appreciate and love and enjoy, and your little trinkets, right, that you selected, your pen, your special pen that you bought, right, and or your watch that you have, you were looking at your time, or you're smelling the perfume that you wore that day, right? It smells amazing. Or you're looking at the flowers that you may have in a vase, the fresh flowers that you may have in your room, and enjoy the scent of it. There's so many things you can focus on. You have to learn to bring your focus and practice. You have to practice it deliberately, right? If you don't deliberately practice that and leave the mind free, it's going to go to all types of negative things and traumatic incidents. It's not going to generally, it's going to think of all types of things, whether positive or negative. Usually it's going to, if you are a balanced person and not someone who's intent on negativity, so your mind going to not discriminate between what is negative and what is, it'll focus on everything. So if you write down what you are thinking, over generally what you are thinking about, usually the thoughts you are thinking about usually in a week, it should be 50-50 positive and negative. And most people will be thinking more negative, fears and so forth, than positive, right? If you are very calm and zen, you'll be thinking 50-50 positive, negative. Why do that? Why 50% of your time should be wasted in negativity? And even the positivity is never happened yet. So what do you get paid for? Do you get paid for your positive thoughts, for your massive, amazing dreams and wishes and your business plan, and you're not getting paid for all that. You're getting paid for results. You're getting paid for the action that you consistently take. It has to be the boring, consistent, same thing that you're doing. People who are living very boring lives are usually very successful because they're doing the same thing, rinse, repeat, and doing it all day, every day, and you start to become more and more successful from action. So focus on your activity and action than the imaginary world of past and future. What action you can take that you can take now? What are the things you need to focus on today? The best thing is to follow the advice of Steve Jobs, right? Learn what is noise and what is signal. Signal is every day you must have the 3 to 5 things that you need to accomplish that day, right? You focus on making sure that you accomplish these 3 to 5 things every single day, right? That are important for progressing you. These actions is important to progress you forward, right? So you focus on that, and everything else, which is not going to bring you closer to your goal, is noise, right? So signal and noise, and the signal is only 3 to 5. We don't need to think on millions of things. So just 3 things, and sometimes it's necessary, up to 5, right? So maybe there's a whole list of things you have to do. So that is one item, your tasks for the day. So you write it down and make that as one, right? My task. I need to focus on my task and go through it. Go through the list and strike it out. If you put it all in your mind, it becomes individual items. If you put it all in writing or in a task list in your mind and say, I've got these 17 things to achieve today, and you're just focusing on your task, and then you focus that you make sure you have your meals and healthy meals on time. You're making sure you're hydrating, right? Or you're making sure you're exercising, making sure you're having sufficient sleep and rest, right? And then, of course, you've got time for time out for your yoga practice and for your fitness, right? So these are the main things, and in your job, you got your list, right? In your work that you need to, and these are the items that you need to do, right? So if you focus like that, you will overcome slowly but surely, anxiety and depression and so forth, right? And this is for normal people. Some people have, depression and stress. No matter how you think, it's not going to go away. You need, when it comes to that level, it becomes a very severe level, and it's something you cannot control, and it's really affecting you negatively. This is very dangerous. You need to get professional medical help. See your doctor and let your doctor refer you to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, right, for help. And very often you need chemical intervention to help you to cope, until you can cope on your own. And very often some people may need lifetime medications, right, because this is a serious problem in the world. So take care of yourself always.